For againstcronycapitalism.org, I'm Nick Sorrentino. So today we're talking about, or I'm reading about the budget talks that the Obama administration and the Republicans, Cantor and Boehner and company are having. And big point of contention is this tax loophole that they, well, quote unquote loophole that some people call loopholes pockets of freedom. But anyway, this tax loophole that the oil and gas industry has, the so-called LIFO provision, I'm not an accountant, but it's basically a way of doing accounting that favors the oil and gas industry for, drilling wells and so on. And it lessens their tax burden. And the Democrats want to close that and make that more difficult. And the Republicans don't. But anyway, in this debate, what's interesting is that, I've heard a few people say, well, we need to end these subsidies, this subsidy for the oil and gas industry. Well, I am vehemently against the subsidization of any industry. And the oil and gas industry has a number of subsidies that work in its benefit. But a tax break is not a subsidy. A tax break means that a company or an individual gets to keep their money, the money that they've earned. Whereas a subsidy is direct payment from the state and by extension the taxpayer to an individual or an industry, which in my opinion is not a good thing. Whereas a tax break generally is a good thing. Now, saying this, a tax break can still skew the marketplace, and it needs to be examined. But the point is, the two are not one and the same. A tax break is not a subsidy. Tax breaks don't cost anything. Like I'll often, I listen to NPR all the time, and they're always talking about how a tax cut is going to cost X amount. Well, a tax cut doesn't cost anything. It may lessen revenue, but it's not like buying an F-35 Joint Strike Fighter. That costs something. A tax break just means that people get to keep more of their money. Anyway, so as we look at this or follow this debate, these guys move around on the Hill. Just wanted to speak to the difference between a tax break and a subsidy. Generally speaking, tax breaks good. Generally speaking, subsidies not good, bad. Anyway, I'll talk to you again tomorrow for againstcronycapitalism.org. I'm Nick Sorrentino.